A very warm welcome to our speakers and environmentally conscious audience who have joined us today. A very happy Earth Day to all of us. As someone rightly said, it's not only for today, it ought to be celebrated every day. Earth Day started off as a movement on figuring out what we all can do for planet Earth. And for this year, the theme is Planet versus Plastics. Plastic, a wonderful product that eased our life for good, unfortunately has outgrown us. It's everywhere. Just say within 10 meters distance of yours, laptop, mobile, its case, AC, TV, chair, major or minor preposition is plastic out there. Just to give a perspective, total mass of all plastic on this earth is double the total mass of all human race combined. And that's where the problem starts. The second usage, third usage is not up to the mark. And that's a phenomena prevalent across the globe. Hence, we are finding it in oceans, it is reaching out to Antarctica, even in your and my bloodstreams of late. We learn from leaders, all senior experts in their respective fields, who will share these intersections of plastic versus the good planet we ought to have. Obviously, the net positive acts need to outperform so that the harms causing to Mother Earth can be minimized. To begin with, we have a special message from Miss Kathleen Rogers, President EarthDay.org, requesting Mr. Dutt to please play it. Mr. Dutt, kindly play the music.
I'm not able to select the sound control. I'm able to share, but not able to get the sound control.
Monadeep, perhaps Bhavesh can play it from his end.
Okay, I'll try to share the link then. Maybe it would be easier. Yeah.
You're not able to play, Mr. Dutt?
Bhavesh, do you have it? Oh, yeah.
I shared the link on chat.
He's got it.
Yeah.
If it's a problem, we can play it later. Okay. I think there's a problem with the sound. So let's drop it and proceed. There seems to be some problem with the sound. Sorry about that.
Sorry, we'll do it a bit later, I would
Sure.
say. I welcome Mr. Aditya Pundir, Director, India and South Asia from the Climate Project Foundation to this webinar. Sir, we know Mr. Gore has been saying that planetary crisis is still under control, provided we act now with all seriousness and zeal. Please enlighten our audience with your views on this important day today.
Thank you, Bhavesh. And it is such an honor for all of us today to have Madam Karuna with us. You know, Madam Karuna and Madam Kathleen, they have been really tirelessly working on from the last, I have seen personally, I've seen for the last so many years, more than a decade, I've seen them actually trying to push Earth Day and the agenda of the planet and the Earth forward. So we're really thankful to you, ma'am, for being here today with
Thank
us
you.
and being part of this conversation. And yeah, we have such big people who will be talking and the experts will be talking. So I'll not take much time, Bhavesh. I'll just, yes, definitely for Climate Reality Project, we are definitely highly focused on climate and what is happening. And plastics is definitely one elephant in the room. It is something because thing is, as you rightly said in the beginning, that it is a wonderful engineering product. It has its uses. But unfortunately, we've abused it so much now that the abuse has gone to that levels that, as you said, it's come into microplastics, and now we have microbeads, and we have unimaginable amount of plastic floating in the oceans. So it's killing everything. It's causing a problem to the life forms. It's causing a problem to the way we are moving forward. So yes, this is going to be a huge challenge in coming times. And I'll just briefly say that tell our people here that what climate reality is doing about it. Like, but out here in the South Asia, we run a very successful green campus program, which is trying to bring transformation into the way the newer generation, whether it is college going, whether it is school going, they approach the subject of environment around them, the climate change and the crisis which we are seeing all around them. And in this program, we are really going ahead with educating as well as telling them the correct behaviors to follow when we are talking about waste management. So in our waste management, we have various activities which we are doing around plastics. We are doing a lot of activities which educate them that what is right and what is wrong. And an example I'll give you is that in Maharashtra, in one of the schools which we were doing this Green Campus program, the children were so motivated after that that they ensured that the village which was around them weren't totally plastic free in the coming days. So this is the kind of, I think, social power we are looking at. That's the kind of impact we want to have, like in moving forward, where people understand on their own. Because see, you can limit plastic by putting some definitely rules and regulation important. But sometimes if people are not going to listen to it, then it will be very difficult. So behavioral change is something we are working on, that probably we should learn to choose. Yes, plastic is required for certain things, but then the single-use plastics, plastic which is a nuisance, has to be eliminated, I would say, as early as possible. And we are looking, of course, at now the treaty this year, if it happens something of the level of like Paris Agreement, if something like that can be worked out, where all 197 countries come on board and help the taking the agenda forward, then it would be wonderful. So I think I'll close here and I'll pass it on to the experts because we don't have much time. Back to you, Bhavesh.
Thank you so much, Aditya, for these words of wisdom. Straight away, moving further. It is said that a nation's progress in modern day era is reflected by its workforce, the leadership it has. Women power empowers not only families, but all walks of life, including growth of the so-called nation. We are proud to present an all-women's panel for today, who share their journey, their works done for Mother Earth. Mrs. Karna Sil is Regional Director Asia with the Earth Day Network, the organization that in fact started this very Earth Day. She has been a regular speaker at UNFCCC. She has been at the steering committee of JEF, UNDP, and Ministry of Forest and Environment's Small Guard program. Obviously, a grassroots programs that is bringing about great moment of change. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Our second speaker represents academia. We welcome Dr. Charu Khosla, Director, Academics and Research, Office of International Affairs at Chitkara University. She brings in decades of experience for bridging this industry-academia gap, and in this journey has been recognized by Australian government, FICCI Flow, Startup Punjab, and many similar organizations in this journey. Welcome, Dr. Charu.
Thank you.
Third is our face from the industry. Ms. Aruna Chaubey is CEO of AP Chemi an organization doing path-breaking work in literally breaking those very chemical chain reaction compounds to ease out or say release those derivatives from plastic and making it usable for second life in a different format. She brings in 2 decades of varied experience working with corporates like Masab and Tesco UK in different capacities. Welcome, Arunaji.
Thank you.
Last but not the least, we have Ms. Shweta Khare, Executive Director of Jane Goodall Institute, India. Their good work has been recognized across the globe and incorporated in academic circles to bring students closer to Mother Earth. In India, they are running a dedicated program focusing on oceans. We'll for sure learn about it in some time. Welcome, Shweta.
Thank you, Bhavesh.
Some housekeeping for our audience. Any questions you wish to take up, kindly ask out towards the end of the webinar. Please post it in the Q&A section. Feedback link would also be shared so that you can generate your certificates afterwards. Now I officially begin this. Karuna ma'am, since history is repeating itself, it was 1970 when skies and water bodies were turning gray. Youth came together and we had our first Earth Day. Can you please take us through the history lane, how it all started, and how far we have moved in this journey of Earth Day Network, both personally and professionally? Over to you, Karuna ma'am.
Thank you so much. So the first Earth Day was on April 22nd, 1970. And it brought together 20 million people to commemorate the day and to voice their opinions on what has to be done for the environment, because there were certain parts of waters that had got inflamed with the sludge that was thrown into it. DDTs, Rachel Carson, who spoke about DDT, had just brought out her book, which was an awakening to people that DDT was harmful for you. So there were
Ma'am, you got muted. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So there was Senator Gaylord Nelson, and although he was a Democrat, the Republicans also joined hands with him, and they crisscrossed the whole continent of North America to bring people together at a time when there were no mobile phones and there was no internet, to talk about environment issues and to demand that the government bring out laws to form organizations and to manage the environment. 20 years later, in 1990, it became an international movement. It went beyond the borders of the USA. And it took some time for it to become not a cookie cutter approach for other countries, but to be able to understand that you have to think of the sensitivities of the people at different countries and different spaces to manage the environmental issues. Today, we are proud to say that we engage with over 150,000 organizations as partners in some 192 countries to take the environmental movement forward. If I would say this year, there has been still a greater change, and that is that the Global South's voice has been heard. We no longer depend on what just the West says, but think of what would work best for us in India. So that has been a big change, not only in India, but in South Asia and Southeast Asia, because there are different sensitivities. If you look to India itself, we have so many geographic regions. Now we can't teach children about climate change in Kashmir the same way that we teach them in Orissa, because the conditions are different. So we have to do that. And this year's theme is End Plastics, based on the fact that there is a war, if I put it or that way, between planet and plastics. But just like we were able to solve the aerosol problem with the ozone layer, I am very confident that this remarkable material that was created by humans, we will be able to solve ways on how to manage it. But that till we do so, it doesn't give us license to pollute. We have to stop polluting. We have to reduce plastic use. We have to make sure that production of plastic is restricted. We have to look for economically viable alternatives, because India has fantastic laws, but implementation is slower because we are not able to give alternatives to people that are viable economically. You can't tell somebody that go and buy a cloth bag instead of a plastic one when the price might be 5 times that. So these are conditions we have to look into. We have to change lifestyles. We have to reduce our plastic use everywhere. And I think that what is even more important is that those who have the privilege of knowledge and education have to widen this among those who may not have that. So that's why, Aditya, all the programs you do in schools and colleges, they are fantastic, because you make these people become ambassadors for taking it further. Because I think that once people realize how harmful plastic is, they won't use it. But they have to understand that, because if you talk about microplastics being in blood and being in breast milk, unless you test blood and breast milk, you're not even aware of it. You don't know that it's inside you. So this is my request to all you privileged people, that you must widen the message to those who are not as privileged as you are. So thank you for having me here. It's so wonderful to always connect with climate reality and take things forward. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. We'll come back to you. Dr. Charu, ma'am spoke of that industry-academia gap being bridged and students ought to be brought forward. Please share your journey in this domain, how it all started, very, very briefly, if you could please.
Thank you so much for this very question. Yes, being from the academia, I'm here on a different platform amongst my co-panelists. I would say that industry and academia gap, yes, of course, that is being there, but students are being informed time to time that how the things are to be taken up into the shape. If I talk about over here, since 2009 onwards, we all know that Supreme Court has already put up the environmental subject to make the things conscious and to bring about the awareness. They have put it into the curriculum part as one of the compulsory subject. That is by if a student is not able to go in for this very clearing up this very subject, they won't be having the degree, which is very right. So from that times, people started gaining up this very consciousness, people started bringing up, but still I would say, though I was the first one to come up with an online education system over here onto the Google Classrooms. In those times, the Google Classrooms were not there. I mean, the study was on a face-to-face, people love to have that, but now the times have changed. So students have got to know. And I would say this is, even a layman also knows about all such things. We just heard about from Aditya sir and Karuna ma'am also, that people should know what all is going on. But still, we keep ourselves blindfolded in such a way that we ignore everything. Now the stage has come up that the theme of the year, this very well being defined for this very year, that planet versus plastics. We are investing into this very planet through the academia point of view. We are going in for various kinds of bringing up the awareness, like I would say, being into this very Chitkara University platform. Chitkara University has adopted 5 villages around this very arena, near to this Chandigarh area. So in those very 5 villages, not only within the campus, the students are getting conscious, but through the students, they bring up the slogans and is reaching out to the community, which is not very well defined with all the digitalization, with all the happenings going around. Like just, we have heard from both the speakers just now, that plastics in a layman's language, as I said, everybody knows. Its impacts everybody knows, but still, have we left those things behind? No, we have not. Even including we are still with the bottled water. We cannot avoid that. So even the communities near to us, they are far behind to this very thought of us. The microplastics, if we talk about, plastics are way behind. We're not talking about microplastics, which is there into the debris is like anything. If I talk about, like we are bringing up the term single-use plastics. Why? Why we need to? As I said, the bottled water. So therein lies the industry and the academia gap, and this is very much true that the academic is such a platform that through this the youth will get to know that how to take care of all such thing and invest into the planets. If I talk about this microplastics and the single-use plastics, we all know that what exactly is this? Microplastics are so smaller that it is related to, it is of the size of 5 mm. They can be created into the microbeads in the soaps, was said earlier also by Aditya sir also. They can be broken up into from the larger plastics, broken up into the small plastics, which is a non-biodegradable again. And if I talk about, there are 4 leading contributors to this very plot microplastics, which I keep on telling the students also. 4 leading contributors, the car tires. Due to the abrasion onto the road, they do release this microplastics. External paints, which is there from the road buildings and from the road, from the buildings and the road markings, I would say. Then plastic pellets, which is used to make the plastic products. That is into the production industries. These microplastics are available over there also. And we all might not be aware of, maybe or not, I'm not sure of, the synthetic fibers from the cloths. That is also is releasing microplastics in very minute quantity. We of course need to awaken ourselves with all such things. My dear students, my message, if you can put across, I hope in the attendance list, students might be there. If you can take up this message further, though we are also there to take up this, but if you can take up this message further, it will be of great investment into saving the planets. We all know the non-recyclable and the non-reusable plastic, they are the worst because they take several lifetimes to break down. Plastic straws have taken the limelight these days. We want the replaceability. I
Great,
would
ma'am, great.
request
I'll come back I'll come
thank
back to
you
you.
for this very
Uh,
question
we'll come
in
back to you.
addressing.
Yeah. Uh, Shweta ji, you represent an organization that I would say has been working at the forefront of working with Mother Earth. When we think of it, Jane Goodale is a name that comes to the mind immediately. Please help us understand your journey and the kind of works that you people are doing in India.
Hello, everyone, and a very happy Earth Day to all of you. I'm so proud to be here today with all of you and sharing about Dr. Jane Goodall, who is celebrating her 90th birthday this year, 9 decades of action. And it all began when she went to Tanzania in 1960 to study chimpanzees. One very important aspect which we are discussing here is about the planet Earth. And when we think about planet Earth, it's a life support system which enables us human to live on the planet. And Dr. Jane's relationship with the chimpanzees behind me gives us or I would say that reminds us that we are all interconnected. This planet is not only for humans, but also for other beings who share the planet with us. But somehow in our long journey and with our advanced development of the civilization, human civilization, we tend to forget that interconnectedness. And with the advanced development, we have this technological development, which led us to made plastic. Well, before I enter into the plastic domain, I would like to share that we at the Jane Goodall Institute India, we have this beautiful program which is called Jane Goodall's Roots and Shoots. And what Karuna ma'am shared about the journey of the Earth Day with young people taking action along with the older people. Here, Dr. Jane was sitting in our veranda in 1991, where a bunch of young people reached out to her who were disgusted by the problems they were facing. And then it was born, the program, which is now known as Roots and Shoots. It is in 65 countries, including India. And the program says that each one of us can make a difference, and we have to decide what kind of difference we want to make. This program empowers three areas of, again, emphasizing on the interconnectedness of the planet, which is people, animal, and environment. So young people are inspired, and then they lead service projects in making the lives better for people, animal, and the environment in which we all live in. For India, we are focusing on biodiversity conservation, and also for oceans. Oceans, probably I will talk about later. So that is what we are doing. We are trying to make a difference, involving young people and inspiring them to take action, because we feel that definitely we can make a difference. There is still a lot we can do. The sheer sense that we are sitting here, and it's a community of almost 300 people right now. We are talking about our planet. That means we love our planet. And with this love, I feel that we are empowering each other. Those who are our participants, they inspire me, even though I can't see you, but your presence makes me feel very proud that today we are here together for our planet, and we continue our journey together. Thank you.
Indeed, thanks for those words of wisdom. Coming to Arunaji, we spoke of the problem. You are among the handful, a few people who are finding the solutions to the problem. Ma'am, please help us understand how you go about it and what is your motivation in terms of entering the domain.
Thank you, Bhavesh, and thank you, everybody, to have me here on this platform so that I can share our experience and how we are finding solutions for this big problem today. So since I was asked about my life trajectory as well, so I'll go back. So I relocated from the UK to India back in 2020 when the pandemic struck, so that I can be closer to the Epichemies team. My link with India started when I came here for my tertiary studies back in 1999, after which I went back home, worked for Maersk, developed a passion for logistics. So I'm talking a little bit from the corporate background rather than the academic background. I joined Tesco Global Logistics team, handling thousands of containers per month for food and non-food products, from Chile to Turkey to India and the Far East. This is when I saw a lot of waste happening in the supply chain, especially plastics, from wrappings to hangers to packaged products. So I knew I had to do something about it. Tesco also was looking for ways to reduce plastic in packaging and recycling. What are the solutions to this product? We cannot eliminate plastic from our life, but we need to find a solution for it. My search led to Epichemy, which had this unique technology to transform plastic into oil via a technique called pyrolysis. Back in 2018, I made a decision to leave Tesco, but they offered me part-time opportunity to lead the finance transformation team. And then parallelly came the opportunity to work as a consultant for Epichemy, which is based in India. Epichemy had this unique vision to go global for transforming plastic into value and opportunity for people and planet. So I couldn't resist this offer, and I felt very drawn to it. So from 2018 to 2020, I traveled very frequently to India, but the pandemic struck. India announced closure to its borders, especially to UK, meaning no travel to India. So I had to make this super quick decision where I want to be. So within minutes, I decided tickets were booked. I packed overnight, took the last flight, and the following day I landed in Mumbai. I continued to work for Tesco for a few months, but seeing the impact I can create and the value I can create as well, I decided to join Epichemy full-time. Since then, my journey has been nothing but transformative. Each day presents new challenges and opportunities to innovate, collaborate, and drive positive change in this domain of plastic. Whether it's developing strategic partnerships, optimizing supply chain processes, or spearheading initiative to scale our impact. I'm continually inspired by the passion and dedication of my colleague as well. We also have set up Epichem in the UK, and now we're in the Netherlands as well. So looking back, I'm grateful for the serendipitous chain of events that led me to Epichem. It's not a job, but it's a calling, a chance to make a tangible difference in the world while we are doing work that truly matters. Epichem has the solution for plastic in this world. So our vision continues by transforming what is being looked at a pollutant to something that we can transform into value and into opportunities for the people and planet. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aruna, for those insights. Karuna ma'am, I come back to you. I understand that across the globe, you are doing some great works. How are things taking shape in India? What are some of the projects you are working in India and the kind of impact it is making?
So we have realized that time is very short. If we have to go from person to person, it'll take very long to do. So we have looked at sites and personalities that have a greater impact. One very interesting thing is that there are a lot of religious sites that have gone plastic free. And we have recognized those, we've awarded them for doing that. This has a major impact because not only does the precincts go plastic free, but all the devotees that come there, they take back the message. So you'll be glad to know that Harmandir Sahib, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Sankat Mochan, Jagannath Puri, then Tirupati, and Kamakha, 34 temples in Himachal Pradesh, they have all pledged to be plastic free. And this message then goes wider and wider. So we do look for personalities who would make a big difference. There are social media influencers, a new word that has been added to my vocabulary. We look to them, and we have a competition on at the moment, asking influencers to make special posts that they can, spearhead and send. So youth, of course, are another major target that we have. We have worked with women panchayat leaders, because women panchayat leaders are now at a stage where they can make their own decisions. They don't have to depend on the men to make them. And they need a little bit of help to understand the issues. And the other help they need is to get connected to the various government schemes that are there to help them. So we do those roles for them. And it's been wonderful working with these women panchayat leaders. The other nice thing is that they are elected for 5 years. So there's no confidence motion against them that they have to worry about. They are there for 5 years. So they have the capacity to make the decisions. We work a lot with youth to take this forward, although it is taught in schools. But, since climate education is often is just graded, not so much emphasis is put on it. We have worked to develop, worksheets for teachers, because it is taught across subjects. So teachers, say, of history or mathematics may need some help to teach this subject. And we highlight other agencies like the Delhi Municipal Corporation, which is doing so much against plastics. It has developed a system by which you can buy a cloth bag at any one of the markets for 20 rupees. And if you return it to any one of their markets, you get back your 20 rupees. So they are encouraging them. A lot of people are doing great work. We just need media, we need politicians, we need actors, we need, cricketers to take it forward. That is what I think would make the big difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Indeed, a great work going forward right at the grassroots level. With this, I come to Shweta. Shweta, I understand you are working on a very specific big project as far as oceans are concerned. Every kilometer of Indian Ocean across our coast is having 1 ton plus of pollution of late. Please help us understand with the kind of good works that you are doing to mitigate it, to offset it, and various other things you are up at.
Thank you, Bhavesh. But before I get into sharing more about the Ocean Saras program, I want to take a step back. A step back when I was in Tanzania, living there, working there with Dr. Jane Goodall, with my little children. My children were really, really young when I moved there. And my son grew up there with the ocean, which was pristine, clear, turquoise blue with a lot of abundance of marine life, little pollution. Often I would say that once we were out for a beach cleanups, which are a regular events, and people started saying that all the trash is coming from India because Dar es Salaam is on the west coast of Indian Ocean and India is on the east part of the Indian Ocean. So that was the very first time the enormity of plastic stuck to me, that even though India is far across, but the perception of people which they carry with them when it is about the multitude of plastic magnitude of it, which is huge, and people believe even far as in Africa that it is coming from India. So fast forward, I moved back to India with my children, and I happen to live in Pondicherry because my children go to French school. And my son, it was a time of lockdown when we just moved in back from Tanzania, relocated back to start Jane Goodall Institute. And my son asked me to go to the beach. And when I went to the beach, this little boy who was always in the water, living with the water, breathing the water of ocean, started picking up trash or majorly plastic. So he collected all the plastic and looked after to put it back in the dustbin. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any dustbin. This all and another series of events led me to launch Ocean Saras program, which is a program for young people. But why it all started? It started because a young child, 8-year-old, asked some serious question to his mother. That's me. I have absolutely no background in ocean or anything related with marine science. But what Dr. Jane always says that each one of us can make a difference. And with this belief, I just took that action, started researching, and just listened to my heart, a mother's heart, in which I couldn't see my son, who was very, very sad with the state of the ocean. And when I did research, I found that in India, no one talks about ocean literacy, about ocean, and oceans are so important part of our Earth system. It was in 1968 when the first picture of Earth came, which we call Earthrise, in which we see a blue planet, and that was the first moment we ourselves realized that the picture is there behind Bhavesh, the blue planet in his picture. That the blue, we live on a blue planet, but we don't talk about it. And we don't talk about it when I was growing up, and probably Aditya and my fellow panelists, when they were growing up, we never got to learn anything about ocean. And that is why there is no awareness about how important ocean is and what plastic is doing to ocean, because we live in this fictional world in which there is this world away. This is a beautiful fiction word, away. What is that away? We just throw everything away, and that away, where is that away? For me, it's a big fiction. So whatever we throw all goes into that away. And probably that away is our ocean. I don't know how many of you have watched Finding Nemo. There's this line is that all drains lead to ocean. So whether we live close to the ocean, we live far from the ocean, whatever action we do, it impacts our ocean. And why it is important that plastics should remain away from the ocean. But unfortunately, right now, in this particular moment, oceans are filled with the plastic, which is affecting the marine life of the ocean, but also very important creature of the ocean, which are responsible for giving us oxygen, which are called phytoplanktons. Oceans are warming up, phytoplanktons are getting disturbed, and phytoplanktons are responsible for the every second breath which we take, which is oxygen. So now what do we do? Well, still we have a lot which we can do. Not only making choices in every day-to-day life, probably, in our as a family, if we talk about the little actions which we can take, if we look around, like in the beginning, Bhavesh said, we observe various objects which are plastic. In our day-to-day life, if we start auditing those plastics, we will be able to better make ourselves better aware that what plastics are there in our day-to-day life. Now, as a consumer, we definitely can make a smart choices by reducing our plastic footprints, but also I feel at a policy level, it's such a crucial moment for us to take some drastic action. Maybe academics can become part of it. As a civil society, we also have to raise our voices towards this concern, because whether we wash our clothes in the washing machine or we put that face wash on our face to clean, the microbeads are there. Even in toothpaste, plastics is there, which makes our teeth probably more brighter and makes our smile more bright. But how do we tackle this pollution problem? It is also a climate change problem. We don't talk about it. When we talk about plastic, we always think about it's a waste problem. It's a waste problem on land, but at the same time, it is a waste problem for our climate too, because plastics comes from fossil fuel. So I feel that we have to start making this a priority in our education system, that people must know what plastic is all about and the danger it already possesses to our humanity. But we definitely can make a difference. So many young people are here who are in 10, 20, 15 years going to become politicians, business person. So better choice they have in their hands to make this world a beautiful place. And I have hope that our planet is in the safer hand with our younger generation becoming more and more responsible and taking action. So thank you.
Thanks, Shweta, for those insights. It's really motivating to find inspiration coming from an 8-year-old. I think Afroz also speaks on similar lines as to how it all started on his part. Thank you. Charu, ma'am, I come to you. As an environmentalist on theme of this day, we want to know about microplastics. You very briefly spoke on it. What kind of plastic is most likely to become a microplastic?
I just spoke about the various kind of the plastics which are being there, how the microplastics can be, I mean, the major contributors I've talked about. Plastics, we all know again that we are already talking on this very platform about all such things, but in a layman's language, they say this is a plastic, why it was there into everybody's homes and offices and everything, because of it was lightweight, it was inexpensive, it was durable undeniably, and it was providing a wide range of applications. Hence, it was being there into everybody's wardrobe, everybody's kitchen, everybody's, I would say, as I said, the workplaces also. But here we are talking about the single-use plastics. Single-use plastics already told that we need not to go in for, as these are non-recyclable, these are non-reusable plastics, which are worst in, I would say, worst in their toxicity, because they take several lifetimes to break down and leach chemicals like BPA, bisphenol in this process. And this bisphenol chemical is now being there into, if you see all the soft drink bottles and the water bottles, the bottom of the bottles, there is a sign, the recycling sign, which says 1. The companies itself are projecting out to the people, to the consumers, that it is a single time usage. And they have put up a logo onto each and every bottle that kindly throw it. After consuming the water, kindly throw the plastics. Because if we keep on reusing it, refilling it, this BPA chemical will be released. And this is how it is being there into everybody's defaming the health and many other things. We are not keeping ourselves fit and fine because of all such chemicals going into this. So this very arena needs to be abandoned up, needs to be taken, the persons should need, the consumers rather, should take care of that. If the number 1 recyclable plastic is being there, that is where the microplastics are being leached out from the main plastic, the major plastics, into the planets. And that is why this is where the theme comes in, the planet versus plastics. Thank you.
Great, great. Thanks for those insights, Dr. Chandu. Aruna, a famous idiom says, water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Plastic, plastic everywhere, not sure what to do with it. So please, I understand AP Chemi cracked that formula, pyrolysis, making oil. So how many more AP chemicals do we need to save this planet from those dangers? And what's the usage pattern that has been developed? What is the solution that you are offering to customers? What are those insights?
Thank you, Bhavesh. And it was very insightful, Dr. Karuna, to understand that BPA is released after so many usage from the bottles. Bhavesh, this is a very interesting question. You have raised multiple points here, so let's discuss it step by step. Water, water everywhere is natural, but plastic everywhere is not natural. It's a nuisance created by human laziness and lack of awareness. Also, you don't see educated people throwing plastic, which underscores the need for awareness building about plastic pollution. No need to mention that. I mean, back in the UK, we have segregated plastic waste. So every household has a place where they discard the plastics, and it is collected on a particular day. So if your dustbin has plastic, but the day is to collect food waste, for example, they won't collect it. So that awareness needs to be brought up. Giving plastic a second life is basically recycling, right? So there are 2 main types of plastic waste. Only 10% of plastic waste is segregated at the moment, be it in India or anywhere else. This can be recycled by making granules, or water bottle can get recycled via bottle to bottle or bottle to fiber technology. But 90% of the plastic waste is non-segregated plastic waste, which is also called single-use plastic waste, which has been highlighted by different panelists. Such mixed plastic waste cannot be recycled mechanically. So today, 90% of today's plastic waste either goes to landfills, it ends up in the ocean, in rivers, or they are being incinerated. So if you convert such plastic waste into oil, this oil also has lots of contaminants and poisons. So it cannot be used to replace crude oil to produce new plastic, because plastic comes from crude oil, right? We can't keep on digging crude oil from Mother Earth and produce new plastic. So this is a way where we can produce new plastic by actually taking the plastic which is getting incinerated and turning it into oil. But again, the oil is full of contaminants. So what Epicami has done is we have 12 patents of Purol technology, which converts the end-of-life single plastic waste into purified pyrolysis oil or pure oil. So basically what we do is, when you convert single-use plastic into oil, the oil is basically black. So then we have this technology which removes like contaminants and make it golden color. So this can be used, produced from our technology, and can be used to produce upcycled food or pharma grade plastic. So it can be used in packaging or pharma grade plastics. The third thing that you mentioned is navigating plastic waste needs developing circular value supply chain collaboration between consumers, FMCGs, city councils, and recyclers and poly producers. So everybody in the supply chain, whoever is producing the plastic, whoever is consuming it, and whoever is dumping it or recycling it, needs to work together so that we can complete the cycle and produce plastic circularity. So all stakeholders have to work together to tackle the plastic challenge that we are having these days. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Aruna ji. Karuna ma'am, it seems that you are working across the length and breadth of India. So please help our audience understand how they can join this great movement, the great projects that Earth Day Network is doing in India.
So
How can one join? Yeah.
we welcome everybody because we are all citizens of Earth first. Everyone is going to be affected by whatever happens anywhere. It's not my exclusive right to the ocean or my exclusive right to the air above me. It is a shared space. So please do reach out to us, and wherever you are, either do your bit on your own or join our programs. We welcome absolutely everybody to it. And we've had some amazing programs from the grassroots level itself. There are women's groups that work on it. There are students who work on it. There are villagers. Every month we award a village that has done good work, not just on plastic, but an environmental issue. So I'll ask my colleague Monadeep, if you're there, can you just post the QR code, which will give them a lot of information on what we do and where we do it. But I just wanted to not skirt around the problem and say one thing. It's all about economics. Unless we are able to give people economically viable alternatives, this problem will continue. Unless we are able to show people that by imbibing plastics, their health bills, their medical bills will go up by this much, it's not going to work. See, let's not be idealistic. You can be idealistic in a world where people have the bare minimum. But you cannot be idealistic in a world where people are more concerned about getting 2 square meals. So let's work on that. Let's work on alternatives. Let's make these, mass produce these alternatives so that people, why should they not take an alternative to plastic then? I mean, that would make it very nice for them to do so. So, we have to face reality. Let's not skirt around the problem. If I know that it's going to harm me, and yet I don't have the money to make the other choice, I'm not going to do it. So that is a major problem in a lot of countries, and we have to face it. So
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, we'll absorb and take these things the rightful endeavor of it. Dr. Charu, besides studying at Chitkara University in terms of becoming environmentally conscious, that we visited also. In fact, you are one of the green campuses that has been working with us. Help us understand how students, other people can join the bandwagon as a volunteer or in any capacity with you, with the good work you people are doing.
Yeah, that's a very good question you have put across. Since we keep on having our projects, I would go in a different way over here to reply to you. I would say, let me tell you about our initiatives that we had already taken up, and the more people can join into those very initiatives. As Chitkara University, on behalf of that, I would say that we do pride ourselves on being a leader in sustainable practices and education. We have been recognized internationally by THE rankings also for SDG 7. There are many SDGs, SDG 7, SDG 11, 12, and for SDG 7, we have been placed third in India across and 40th in global patron, I would say. And so on, more to add on to this, but I will remain very crisp and short. So in our university, environmental stewardship, and you have already told, these are our core values. Our commitment extends to boasting over 9,000 trees and plants, as well as certain innovative practices we have, which is there everywhere now adopted, the vertical farming. We keep the environment very healthy by acting as a carbon sink, absorbing carbon dioxide emissions. Regarding wastewater treatment, yes, we do have large sewage treatment plants, rainwater recharging. We do have 11 number of rainwater harvesting pits, being constructed. We do go in for solid waste management practices, which I do go in for. All the organic waste within the campus that is coming from the hostels and the residences of the hostel people over there, we do take the kitchen waste and we are utilizing it into our biogas plant. Through that waste, the biogas is being generated. We have vermicomposting, and we do get from all these, we do get the compost out of it and is used into the horticulture. We have cloth bag vending machine also, replacing the plastic bags. We do work onto this. Students, those who are not able to carry the cloth bags or they do forget, but they, as and when they do need to take an exit from the university or moving out or coming in, we have put up a vending machine over there. They need to put in a coin, a small little coin of a small value, maybe 1 rupees coin or maybe a 2 rupees coin, and they can have that cloth bags of a particular sizes. We are sustainable campus with 35% energy saving. We are 100% automation of all the water pumps with sensor-based system. So much reducing into investing into the planet with all such initiatives. As I said earlier, we do take students to the communities also by giving them the plastic-free campaigns, by organizing such things. And many people can join into all this. We have this very pilot project of, like I'm steering that very project myself, and many other people we have, I would say, I'm making, along with my student team, we are going in for making from the agro waste, the green and the clean fuel, which we have put across into our communities. Also, we have a strong paper recycling plant, which does not let even a single waste of the campus. We do change it into, put it into, like we are always focused onto the 3R campaign. We do go for recycling. We have a large recycling plant, and we are making it beautiful writing pads, files, and so many things. I would say adding on to this, I remember we had recently had a big conference where our leaderships of the university, they had gone in across, but that was totally eco-friendly. We had for the kits, for making the kits for the participants, it was totally from the jute bags. We were not going in for utilization of any kind of plastics in that very thing. So that was, we do take care of. We have banned the plastic straws and the stirrers at the food joints in our campus. And this was not there as and when the state government has put in. But we have decided to go plastic free, I think even before this COVID came in. And we are not using the paper cups, the plastic plates, the spoons, the straws in our the food joint area. Our dining facilities, that is again with the reusable plates or the steel glasses or the steel plates.
Okay.
So reduction of the plastics is being there. We do collaborate with our vendors. We work closely with the on-campus vendors and suppliers to reduce the use of single-use plastics, encouraging the use of compostable or recyclable alternatives. We have put bins across at many points within the campus. We do go in for the robust recycling programs along with students, along with the staff. We do have NSS campaigns, since this is an academics. So the large number of cohort of the students, they do go in for all such campaigns. They do participate. So student-led initiatives are there to clean up the plastics, events, advocacy campaigns, collaborative projects. So I would say there are research centers also. We do have a water sciences lab. We do have a sustainable center also where we keep on taking such kind of projects. We do have for our evening hostelers, we do have Ecolution Club. So all these student-led initiatives are being taken up from such kind of support, and we always go in for taking up the support from the third-party people also, from
Great.
our partners also, the Global
We are
Cross.
short of time, ma'am. Kindly share your details over the chat out here.
This
Our people would be more than happy to.
are being there. I would say with all by addressing all this, people can join in. We are open to join in with collaboration with many kinds of projects, not only with our campus but with our partner universities, the Chitkara partner universities.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for this
Thank,
very platform for putting up our views. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Charu. Please share your details out here in the chat for our audience. Shweta, I have been attending Roots and Shoots program at some of the schools like Vidcure and other places. And it's great impact we see in the toddlers out there. Please help our audience how they can connect with you, join hands, volunteer with your programs, and work with oceans, as you said.
For us, for the core base for our program is to lead with our hearts. It's a very warm program, I would say, in terms of instilling human emotions and also encouraging people to connect with their feelings. Compassion, empathy, kindness, joy, love. These are the core values which we mainly focus on. And each and every project is led with these values in the heart. Our organization is a very heart-based organization, heart-led organization, I would say, because our founder reflects those values. And we stay true to those values. So because of that, each and every program of Roots and Shoots, whether it is connecting with biodiversity, with our butterfly gardens, wildlife gardens program, and or it is with the Ocean Saras program, we connect with young people, with teachers, and we establish connecting them to their connection of their heart to the problem which they feel strongly about. And that is why when you say impact is more, because people are listening to their heart voices, I feel, and then taking action based on that. We have many success stories. Probably in other time we will discuss all that, in which we can talk about more Roots and Shoots. But you feel inspired, then please join Jane Goodall's Roots and Shoots program. You can make a difference for your community at a grassroots level. In this world where the problems are so huge, with the war happening and then the ecological and biodiversity loss, with the ice melting, with the huge plastic pollution, it all seems so huge. But then there is a hope in the young people, hope in probably our generation who are talking to you all, that we have a capacity to inspire change and to take action from this very moment. Whatever we do, we become conscious about our action, and then we can let continue to breathe from our ocean, not choke it with the plastic. So with this message, let's create a beautiful world for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. Aruna, can these students probably visit your kind of place, or what are you doing to have this new generation understand the problem and probably learn from your kind of solutions being taken forward? What are some of the programs that you are doing for volunteering and other aspects, if any?
Yeah, so for us, opportunities are unlimited, and Epikemi's vision is to transform waste that we have been talking today into opportunity and value for the people and the planet. So if you think you would like to work with us, you can email us. But we keep on visiting different universities, and there are places where we do have pilots going on at the moment. We have sent pilot plants where universities try to understand how they can use those pilot plants to commercialize them. So for example, if a university is interested in our pilot plants, they can take it, and then based on that, they can develop links with business people who are producing plastics or want to recycle plastic in the community, test how is the yield of the plastic, how much oil is coming out, and then develop into commercial scale plastics. But if you wish to work with us, you can email us at hr@epikemi.com, and we're happy to discuss.
Thank you so much, Aruna.
Welcome.
Aditya ji, before we say goodbye to everyone, how can people work with Climate Reality Project India, the Climate Foundation out here, and some of the good works they can get involved in?
We are always welcoming. We keep having these programs, and our green campuses, people can join the green campuses. They also take out these drives wherever they are located. And also as a Climate Reality, also we keep coming out regularly with drives. So I think plastics is something, as I think rightly said by right in the beginning, our panelists have said. So we have awareness is one aspect, and acting on it is the second aspect. So I think we'll have to work on both the aspects. So wherever I think we find some bleach cleaning happening or any activities happening, is a good time to go and join. And Climate Reality keeps coming out with this. So, and my request to the people here would be, audience here would be that please subscribe to our social media. So whenever we come out with these campaigns, we advertise it well in advance. So you have an opportunity to join us.
Great, great. Thank you for this. Sakshi, have you posted the feedback link or for that audience? You can post that. Questions are welcome. So I'm finding a question from Neeta Ganguly, which says that a good number of programs have happened ever since we had first Earth Day, but unfortunately, degradation of Mother Earth is still going on. So what's wrong out there?
Can I answer this? Can I answer?
Please.
This is one thing which keeps coming up again and again. Even children who we interact with, they also ask the same question, that everyone talks about this, but still the degradation is continued. With my little understanding, I feel that in the very beginning, what I shared with you all, that there is a problem with us humans. With the plastic, when we talk about plastic is an absolute design failure. And plastic also somehow represent this human arrogance, that we have a power to alter the future of the planet and to bring some drastic changes to the planet, and we are someone who is beyond the planet. And at the same time, we need to understand that we are part of the planet, not disconnected with the planet. So the problem comes, and the problem still exists, because we humans, we feel and we act in a way that we are separated from the planet. So it's us versus them. And who are they? They are the trees, the ocean, the rivers, the animals, plants. So until and unless we start living in harmony with our planet and respect our planet, which our indigenous culture, our past, our elders, they have been living in coexistence with the planet, which we tend to forget. And until unless we gather that perspective and start acting with respect to the planet, this will continue to exist, this problem. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Gajanan, you have raised your hand. We are allowing you to talk. Kindly let know if there's a question or suggestion. Very quickly, please. Mr. Gajana?
Yeah, hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very enlightening discussions. My name is Captain Gajanan Karanjikar, and I've taken a lot of part in a lot of initiatives about the ocean health, which is very important. And plastic being the form of bigger pollution in ocean, in the fishes and everything. Someone spoke about microplastics, and things like that. It's a very important thing. I also run a program in schools like Shweta runs about the green genius. It's more on a sustainability basis. I would like to know, why don't we take this initiative cumulatively to the sustainability than concentrating only on the plastic. I know today topic is plastic and you want to concentrate your efforts on this, but Chitkara University, the ma'am recently, she said about, the program she runs in the schools. And also we need to extend this to the rural areas. A lot of programs happen in the urban areas, which is very good. I mean, I run my program in schools in Mumbai and Delhi and, in Chennai. But now my ambition is to take it to the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where it is more important, even from the point of view of teachers. Even the teachers are not aware there of the pollution that happens through these kind of unsustainable practices. Thank you very much.
Anybody who wants to answer Mr. Gajanan's query, please.
We have put together a handbook for teachers for rural areas. I'm going to request my colleague Monodeep to put a link to it in the chat, so that might help you, Mr. Gajanan.
Please,
in
please,
reaching
thank
out.
you. That'll be
It's
nice.
absolutely free. It's on the net. You can download it and use it. But we have kept our focus on the rural sector and on schools and teachers, which may not have the modern gadgets that urban places have. So, Monodeep, if you could put the link up there, or maybe you can reach out to us and we can give it to you.
Sure, I will do that. Karuna ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, sorry, it wasn't very clear. There was some issue. Could you just repeat what I'm supposed to share?
Teacher's handbook.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Just a small addition, Mr. Gajanan out there. I'm happy to share that the Climate Project Foundation is working for this very cause of tier 2, tier 3 cities being reached. So Satara, Sangli, deep down out there, this project is working with the schools and colleges. So you can just say a hi to our staff, Dr. Sakshi out there, and we'll be happy to collaborate and see what all can be done together.
Sure, definitely. I would like to be a part of it as well. Thank you, Sakshi.
More questions are welcome. Very quickly, we are running out of time now. So well, in case there are no other questions, so please allow me to take it forward. Can't thank more to my colleagues to make this program a success. Plastic, obviously, wonderful product, but at the same time, we ought to see as to how to best use it for its second life or third life in times to come. Dr. Sakshi, Dr. Amrita, our social media team, comms team, GCP team, thankful to all of you who were working behind the curtains to make this program a success. Besides this, our partners at APSWDP, Chitkara College of Education, and WICCI CSR Council Chandigarh, you have been a pillar of support for all of us. We stand together. Let this collaboration take more and more initiatives in times to come on the ground, so that we have a plastic-free vision, a pollution-free vision for our campuses, for our future to work together. Thank you so very much, friends. Thanks for joining out here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Okay.
Team Climate Reality.
Thank you.
Thank you, speakers and
Thank you. It was
audience.
a pleasure meeting you all. Got to know so many things. Thank you.
We finished this, Sakshi?